You're on.
All right, being at 7 o'clock, we're going to call this town board meeting to order. The exits are out those doors at the end of each hall. There's a defibrillator located across the hall for anyone who needs one. So we start with the pledge of allegiance to the flag and a moment of silence for all the deceased residents of Hamlin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Thank you. So we're starting the invocation from Pastor Chris Bodie from St. John Lutheran Church.
Okay. I invite you to bow your heads with me. Lord God, we come to you tonight thanking you for the blessings of the day and the blessings of being here in Hamlin. And we ask your blessing upon this town meeting as it begins, on the conversations that take place, and pray that you would give direction and wisdom and that you would be honored in it. And we pray in Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
We have a roll call to the clerk, please call roll.
Herba.
Here.
Mann. Here. Holcomb. Here. Yeager.
Here.
Buzz.
Here. Now we'll go to our public forum section. Anybody from the audience can get up and speak, please talk to the whole board, not just an individual. Try to keep your comments to 3 to 5 minutes. Some folks there. Is there anybody in the audience who would like to speak? Seeing that there is nobody, we'll close this public forum. Requesting town board resolution to approve the regular town board meeting minutes of October 26, 2022.
So moved. Second.
Herba.
Yes.
Mann. Yes. Holcomb. Yes. Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the payment of bills from their respective funds.
So moved.
Second. Herba.
Yes.
Mann. Yes. Holcomb. Yes. Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Supervisor's monthly report acknowledging filed.
Got it.
Number 10, requesting town board resolution to accept the resignation of Brian O'Connor from the Assessment Review Board effective immediately.
So moved. Second. Herba.
Yes.
Mann. Yes. Holcomb. Yes. Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to approve the fiscal year 2023 annual budget for the town of Hamlin.
So moved. Second.
Herba.
Yes.
Mann. Yes. Holcomb. Yes. Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Requesting town board resolution to rescind resolution number 83 of 2017 approving the senior citizen bylaws. We have to do this is the old ones, and there was a bunch of stuff that was illegal for us to do anymore in there. And so we did make, a new one has been made up. It is all printed out, the senior citizens will get there tomorrow night at their meeting. Their advisory board will, the copies are all made on my desk, they're going to get them and deliver them to the senior citizens tomorrow for their approval of the new bylaws. But we have to get these off our book and off of the website because they're illegal. So we don't want to get in trouble with the state.
Second. Herba.
Yes.
Mann. Yes. Holcomb. Yes. Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes. Number 13, requesting town board resolution to make the following budget amendment for town board meeting 11/14/2022. I will go to the stipulation reiterate what is written in this instead of reading all that off. But I will explain each one too if you want. The article, the $10,000 is, none of that was new ARPA funds. Everything there was stuff that we have already appropriated. We just had the money we moved out of the ARPA account and it's in our town account, but now we are just paying the bill since they just came in. The central services was for the website. That first one was $10,000. The parks contractual was stuff that we had okayed to do in the park, like the walking trail and other improvements in the park. That we had already voted on, stuff we're just paying bills now. The sewer budget amendment, the appropriated fund balance of $112,000 just last week, right? You got the backhoe?
No, it's actually coming Wednesday now.
You got the
At the last minute, there was an issue with the phone circuit, and so they held it back to get the new part, so it's coming Wednesday.
Oh. Well, anyways, and I thought we already had it. That is a sewer we had approved a year ago or something, to buy the new backhoe out of the sewer funds. So that's what that is. It was $112,000. We just took it out of two accounts, $102,000 and the $10,000 out of two different sewer accounts. Just to explain to you what all that is, and so everybody else knows. So any questions on it?
So moved.
How about
Yes.
Ma'am? Yes. Rocco? Yes. Yeager?
Yes.
Buzz?
Yes. Number 14, requesting town board resolution for the following budget transfers. I will put to what is written down on here too. It's just, you have telephone and lights, garage phone, highway garage phone and everything, some of the budgets, it's getting to the end of the year and some of the budgets are getting really light with funds, so we're just moving money around from different accounts to make sure everything gets paid.
What's the 50,000 for the highway garage contraction?
That was for the work that we went in, we had okayed that, they were just out 2 weeks ago, or was it last week they finished?
They just finished it Friday of the week before.
The week before. Yeah. So that's that new work for the garage, because it was about ready to leak, so. Any other questions?
What are central services?
It's kind of a catch-all for everything in the town hall. It takes care of the CE-Tech invoices, it takes care of a lot of the things in the town hall.
And then also our mailing and stuff too.
Yeah, it's gonna, no, mailing and printing comes out of a separate account.
Okay.
But the leasing will probably come out of that, or
So moved.
Second.
Hilda?
Yes.
Ma'am? Yes. Rocco?
Yes.
Yeager?
Yes.
Buzz?
Yes. All right then. Is there any other resolutions with the highway? Town board, any other resolutions that you know of, or about to bring forward?
That's what I talked about, I like to bring it up in my reports about the cameras, about moving some money off of the donation account. Right now, I just have to have more discussion about how much it's gonna cost.
Okay, bring it up in your report, that's fine. Okay. All right, being there no more, then we will settle the reports. Councilperson Joe Reagan.
Okay. For the library, we're part of this new passport system, where people can go around to different libraries in the community, they can travel around, and we're part of it. We stamp their book on it. Stamp is two bumblebees. We should probably have an owl, but that's fine. So that's pretty new, so we can get people from all over. We do have people coming from the city and Penfield and stuff coming out to Hamlin just to see how it's going. We had some additional COVID test kits that we delivered for people. And they just finished up the bench that they did from the Friends of the Library for the recyclable stuff that we...
Plastic
recycle, so they went ahead and built the bench, but right now we're just waiting for someone to be able to secure it. We didn't put any of them out there, correct? I don't think. Correct.
We got one in my office, one in the hallway, and now that one there in the library.
And for the dog shelter, he sent me a picture of one of the chimneys out this now. Did you see that?
It's been like that for 8 months. He asked me about it, I looked at it, he needs to call whoever does his heating work over there.
Okay.
So it's just, one of the braces is,
So that doesn't have to be taken, that can be taken out of, like, for maintenance, right? So we don't need to take that out of, like, maintenance. He did call me about it, like, lately, he was left at the highway department, it's strapped to a pole. We were able to get the license plate off the car, and I think the arrest was made. It's going around the different areas all in Monroe County, so Dave has asked if we can make a request to move some of the money to buy some cameras. One would be a little bit expensive, right? It's a license plate identifier. But I think it's a good idea, but I don't know the price of it right now, so it's probably a few $1,000, I imagine, for something like that.
Yeah, I think the town, the highway department's license plate reader, I'm pretty sure was $800 itself. It's a more expensive camera.
So maybe they just did that, and maybe one other camera that might work then, right? It was clear enough where they could actually make, the sheriff's office could make arrests, so I don't know what happened so far with the case.
Has there been more issues other than just the one?
For us, but I've heard in other towns it's happening, like in the city, it's happening everywhere, where there's people, for whatever reason, either the economy or people can't afford the pets anymore, they're just dropping them off of these dog shelters, or it's anywhere.
Anywhere, there's also this month, one down on the Parkway. Or down near the Parkway, there's been another dog, there's been at least another one dumped this year, or this month. That they took in because it just got dumped.
I think people just think that we're no kill shelter, so it's, it takes, it relieves some of the guilt of doing this. It's a horrible thing to do, but I think the more, it's going to be a great deterrent to have cameras up, and I think the more arrests you make, maybe we'll still, stop some of this craziness.
So what happens with that dog? So we know whose dog it is. Do we keep it and adopt it out? Or?
I don't know. I guess it depends on what's the legal thing going on now, so I don't know.
Where is the dog there?
No. Then, the sheriff took it, or?
No, it's
It is there? I thought it wasn't there. Okay.
So do we have to keep it until this court stuff?
I'm not sure if that one is going to, it also bit Caroline.
Yeah, it's a little bitty dog.
Luckily, it actually went through the bike clubs and everything, so we don't know. That one we may euthanize. I guess it is, they have it in the dangerous dog. It is a dangerous dog. They have it in that dangerous dog kennel, and so that one,
Right?
it's a smaller dog, but it may have to be euthanized. Like I said, the police haven't even looked at it, it just wants to tear everybody apart. So. As sad as it is, but some you just can't rehabilitate.
So I guess once we get more prices, I'll be able to figure out how much money we need to move, and let's make a resolution then. I just want to bring it up tonight, so that's it.
Okay. Councilperson Local.
Okay. Zoning Board of Appeals. There was a public hearing hearing for Weiler Road for someone who wants to have 4 goats on his property, and the code states that you need 5 acres for 4 goats. There was no public comments, and that was approved. Benedict Beach Road, a public hearing to construct an outbuilding where it's not a specified accessory structure in the code. And there was no public comment, and that was approved. Next was a public hearing for Kendall Mills Road for a gazebo, a third structure, and it's a gazebo where only 2 are allowed in that district. No public comments, and that was approved. And then a public hearing is scheduled for this month for Settlers Lane for a generator. They need some side setbacks for that. Now that I hear that, did we ever get, you know how we had that,
Yes.
speed limit thing up there? I keep meaning to ask if we ever got the report.
Yes.
We did?
Yes, I forgot to send it out. I do have it. I will send it out.
Okay. I've noticed the sheriff sitting more at the fire station.
Yeah.
They seem to be around town more. There was also another one down in West Fork for a while, for like a week.
Yeah. Did we ever find out about the computer at the?
So there's no computer down there that he uses, and there's no connection to any internet that he's aware of. He said there's a yellow cord coming in to the building from outside. He has no idea what it is. So would we just call Spectrum and see if there's ever been anything connected, like anything run to the building?
We can see if there's been I don't think there's a bill there.
We've never had a bill for the History Center for
So there's,
internet.
okay,
They do want to put Wi-Fi in.
yeah.
Right.
Right, but they probably, you gotta involve Spectrum and find out how much it's gonna cost to get it off the pole. Because that's probably where it is. If there's never been cable TV in the building,
I don't think there's ever been any.
Yeah,
I don't know if Spectrum was over there. We'll have to find that out too.
that's,
That might be why, because they might not be there.
if Spectrum doesn't have cable running down that road, I mean.
Well, as soon as we can find out, because I know Bunny Briggs will probably ask me next time.
There's a product now called Starlink that's less than about $100 a month. It's a satellite. You know, upgrade at the History Center, but if Spectrum isn't available, it's had good results.
It's like a dish.
It's like a dish, it's connects to the satellites. 100 meg down, off satellites, not bad.
We could maybe mount it in the flagpole up behind.
Yeah, see.
We don't want to mount it on the History Center itself.
Right. You don't want to take away from the character of the building.
Right, because there's a flagpole up behind there. We could always maybe mount that dish on.
If needed, if Spectrum's not running down the road, or if it's cost prohibitive to get it on
They
the
have phone lines there. Now, I mean, you can always go to Frontier Internet. Because there is phone service there. That's how we.
even they want coax now though. is the issue.
Yeah.
So what's going to be the bottom line determining the cost versus the use? I mean, how much time is he spending there?
I just know that a few people, town elders have come to me and asked if they could have Wi-Fi.
Right, now, I'm just asking what your,
I think one of the goals is to have a computer there, to get more foot traffic, to get genealogy, like some
Right.
genealogy.
right, but is he going to staff the hours, is what I'm asking.
We
You
don't-
need somebody there if you're going to have foot traffic and open it up. That's all I'm asking, but what is,
Yeah, well, he has open office hours like Wednesdays and by appointment, so if someone called and
well,
wanted
that's what I'm asking, is 1 day a week for 4 hours enough to offset the cost of 100 or more for the internet and the installation cost?
We can look into all that. But you are getting a computer.
Right.
I'm gonna try to look at it. Phones in the hotspot.
You are getting a computer from the library. That one of the other ones. Funny is already asked her. She wanted one of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
She said she had talked to, well, it's a start.
okay, because Dave said he talked to Christine, and she said that they're also, they're like 2014 computers, that he's like, I don't even know.
The one in her office was not that old. He can get the one that came from her office. It's the best of the old ones. It is a laptop though, I believe. But she had the best one of the whole.
Let's just start. I think Dave said he wanted like a desk, like a tower, because, I don't know, he was like afraid someone could walk with a laptop, but if you foresee that it's kind of a small building, if he's there with them, I think he would probably notice if someone lifted a laptop.
Right. So let's start, we can check more into the access. Not a problem.
So can't we use that $10,000 in that genealogy account for computer and like genealogy programs? Can you justify?
For genealogy programs, probably yes.
Internet to get
The
the
only thing we ever used that money for was a printer.
printer, yeah.
So, but
How do you have a bill in my computer?
he had a computer because he had a printer.
That's a very good question.
So, I don't know, they have to have something down there. So, lead me to believe that they had to have had internet.
I don't think that you said Frontier. I could be wrong, but I thought that you said.
He said he's never used any internet down there, so.
Unless they were just printing off of books. Printing stuff out of books or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but they bought the printer for
I
that.
thought Zach Kruger had a computer there. I could be wrong.
I thought he did too, but.
Okay, we'll pass it on.
Yeah. Do more research, that's all. I know. Yeah. Absolutely.
We got our third estimate down there for the work on the outside. He's just waiting. He met the guy there. He's just waiting to receive the estimate, and then we'll have our re-quotes for that outside work. The furnace is now working.
Good.
Yeah, he did have someone down there. There's a leak in the boiler. Apparently it's fixed, but if it goes again, he said it's likely we'll probably need a whole new furnace down there. I don't know the last time that was replaced. It's probably really old.
No, there actually isn't.
It's not.
They've had a couple weeks. When the guy came out and did the boiler inspections, a couple times there was leaks and he wouldn't approve it and they had to get them fixed before they would approve it.
That's been a new boiler when I was with the highway. Maybe 10 years ago or so. It ain't that old, or isn't that old of a boiler.
No.
But it can
Relief valve was always leaking.
Remember there was another thing that was leaking last year.
Yeah.
But it can rot away. Corrosive water or whatever, corrosive chemicals in there. It can rot away.
It's working now, so I guess we'll just see what happens.
Okay.
We are having another open house. It's going to be like a St. Nicholas Day celebration on Sunday, December 4th from 1 to 3. So hopefully that'll bring some in. We're going to have some activities for kids and in the spirit, bless us, in the spirit of St. Nicholas Day, we're going to have little like shoes with some fruit in them for them and candy and some activities. I talked to you about the retaining wall, the cemetery, someone mentioned it. At Walker Cemetery, the retaining wall is kind of crumbling into the road, so Mike knows about it. And then there's that Eagle Scout. Does this board want him to come? He's gonna do a project in the out barn. Do you guys want him to come and present it here before he,
I think we're supposed to, right?
Yes.
We're supposed to come in
what meeting would you like him to do that?
on the next
Can
one.
we do it at our next one if he's available?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the 30th, is that it?
It was available. We got them going to December. That's fine.
Okay. All right, I'll see if I can get in touch with him and have him come in the beginning of the meeting and do a little presentation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's that. The Chamber of Commerce had Josh Jensen. He's not our assemblyman, but he is one district over, and he gave a great talk on kind of like his strategy of what he does and why he does it, and we did talk about ambulance services a little bit. Again, he brought up that bill that's been stagnant, where people wouldn't get checks mailed straight to them from the insurance companies. Seems like it's just sitting there because the person who sponsored it isn't really doing much, and so no one else can do a similar bill because there's already one out there, so you can't, like, you know, it's already there. So there's nothing, it's like, there's nothing you can do. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but, so we talked about that a little bit. And their next meeting, I think, is in December, first Wednesday in December. Oh, Angel, website, Chamber of Commerce, is there some, like, who do I send stuff to for the website?
Right now, you can talk to Patty Jo. She should be the main contact for the website stuff.
Okay. So if I wanna just put a little page about the chamber, like nothing much, just like, you know, we have a chamber, this is their mission, here's a link to their site, like they have our new website, so they put us all up on their page, but I just wanna get their stuff on our page.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it would
Okay,
definitely be Patty Jo's
okay,
coordination.
alrighty, thank you, and that's it.
Okay. Councilperson Royal.
Well, as we all know, the website is live. I have sat with most of the departments and gotten everybody kind of comfortable with using them, documents, changing things, and making sure they're familiar with it. It's going over really well. Did some great things out in town and in the town hall about it, so I think it's coming along. We're watching the ambulance situation over in the Hilton Pharma Fire District because they've had, the town meeting and the fire district meeting. It's a little heated. We all know we have a CON down that line that we've got to watch out for some residents. The ambulance has, which is COVA, has merged with Mercy Flight, which is great news. They're looking at reestablishing coverage for 24 hours. And to Jen's point about the bills going to the residents rather than the ambulance companies, and the ambulance companies not getting the money for that, Mercy Flight is actually contracted with Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield, so that means that COVA / Mercy Flight / Hamlin Ambulance will now get that reimbursement directly, hopefully helping them to close that gap that they've
They'll
had.
be in network then.
Yes, they will be in network, which is huge for Hamlin
Yeah.
with Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
it was great news. The seniors had their lunch up at St. John's. There were about 72 people in attendance. It was a great success. They had a great band after, and that's fun.
Councilperson Phil.
Planning board was actually kind of light. Last month, they had basically a sketch plan of GRH. They want to put they're looking to put a convenience store in the old Bow's IGA Plaza, Mark's Pizzeria, in one of the vacant properties. And it's Countryside Convenience Store who's looking to do it. There's a lot of questions there. It's just a preliminary meeting. The architect presented it. He's got a lot of things to look into coming back to the planning board, depending on his time frame on how fast he can get things situated. Didn't know if he'd be back for a public hearing next month or the following month. And that was it from planning board. Hamlin, Martin Walker Fire District, they've had 415 calls year to date. They've got 2 new interior firefighters that have completed training, so that's good news. And that's all I got from them. Farmland protection plan, I've got almost half, I think, surveys back. The deadline for the surveys was November 30th, and what I'd like to do is send out postcards to those who we haven't got a response back from, just as a reminder, and try and encourage. We're looking for, it would be great if we could get 60-65% back response. So if I can get an okay to do that, I could get a list together and send some postcards out this week as a reminder.
I'll make a motion to send postcards to the residents who have not responded to the farmland protection plan survey, or landowner survey.
Holla,
Yes,
Ma'am,
Yes.
Folko,
Yes.
Yeager.
Yes.
Buzz.
Yes.
thank you. That's all I got.
Okay. Highway Superintendent, Mike.
Highway Department has completed brush pickup for the fall of 2022. A little bit light with the exception of a few real heavy properties around town. Trying to button up some jobs. The supervisor's office had a few complaints about the sidewalk down here, so we were able to replace the sidewalk from the library entrance up to Life Solutions, put a little stone along the side where they seemed to always overfill park. So it was good to get that project wrapped up. I did get word from Dave today about the project and helping out over there in the barn. There's also another Eagle Scout that should be coming before the board. I don't think he has for the benches up to the new playground. I don't think we've seen him yet. So he's been coming to me with some preliminary plans, so I imagine pretty soon he should be coming to present that to all of you. Just yesterday we started crews on around the clock, with the exception of weekends during the days right now. First week in December we'll have crews on around the clock, weekday and weekends. And obviously getting ready for winter. That's it.
Okay. Norm, do you have anything else with the budget? Do you want to?
No, budget is good. I'll get with Patty Jo tomorrow because she's got to certify it, and then we'll get it up to the county. So we're in good shape there. There was the little issue with the Hamlin Morton Walker Fire District that used the wrong equalization rate when they first presented their budget. So didn't affect the overall number that they're raising in taxes, but it affected the distribution. So originally, the Hamlin residents' portion of that budget was 11,000 and change more than what it actually is. So Hamlin and Kendall swapped. Kendall went up 11,000 and change, Hamlin went down 11,000 and change. So, but they got it figured out. It was basically they used last year's equalization rate instead of this year's.
For Kendall.
For Kendall. That's not Hamlin. That's the only thing that changed on it, but that's all corrected. Like I said, it didn't affect the overall number, just who paid what between Hamlin, Kendall, and Clarkson. Everything else went well with the budget, so we're in good shape.
Thanks, Norm.
Thanks.
Our assessor, Liz.
All I have is Jeanette and I have been out data collecting and taking photos. We've done about 14 streets so far. So we're trying to get in like 6 to 8 a week if we can. I just want to thank Mike for letting us use a truck to do so.
Very lovely truck.
Yes, it says Town of Hamlin on it, that's what we wanted, so thank you for that. I wanted to thank Angel for taking the time during the day to come in and go over the website with us. And that's it for now, that's all I got.
Okay. Clark, anything from your committee? No, not really. Okay. Patty Jo, town clerk.
Well, Kaylee turned in a report and Cheryl turned in her report.
I was gonna read them later on.
Okay, good, you can read them, that's fine.
No, unless you want to read them,
No, well, I mean, they need to be read, so.
I know Katie's gonna have Cheryl read them, but
Yeah,
she's
Cheryl's
underneath
not
the letter, so she isn't here, so.
As for town clerk, we officially finished the school tax collection. That's been surrendered today to the county, so that's done. Working on the schedule of holidays and meetings for next year. I hope to have something for the next meeting to get approved. So I'm working on that. That's all that I can think of right now.
Okay. So right now, our recreation director's in New York City, her daughter, something about a soccer tournament with her daughter. So Cheryl was going to read our building inspector, but she's a little under the weather tonight, so I'm gonna I'll start with the recreation report. Halloween-a-thon was a huge success. 5 Saturdays filled with Halloween fun, Scream Fest, Candy Bowl, Purple People Eater Party, 5K and Haunted Highway. Thank you to all of our staff, volunteers, friends of Hamlin Recreation, sponsors, and everyone who helped make these successful. Program registrations are going very well. We have had really good numbers for all the programs we have been running. Before and after school program numbers continue to grow. Our next big event is a bedtime story with Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be there. Magic Joe will start the event, followed by cookies, a story, a visit from Santa and Mrs. Claus. Photo opportunities and a tree lighting in front of the town hall. There are a limited number of spots left for this program on December 10th from 4 to 7. We are working on the 2023 calendar events and the winter programs. Our brochure should be emailed in mid to late December. We have already booked AARP Defensive Driving, Superhero Party, and a Princess Party, all one night. And from our building inspector, I'm just gonna read the front page. I don't think there's, no. 22 permits issued from 10/11 to 11/14. Permit cost received of $642.50. Permit valuation, $382,601. 6 permits have been closed, 176 phone calls into the office. And the office has been working with a new Quickly's location right up the road with inspections.
I want to add that we've been getting a lot of calls about what's going in over there. People are wondering, so when I give them that information, they are all very excited and very happy to hear about the Dunkin' Donuts. That's the big one.
Yeah, the big fight Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. It's gonna be a Dunkin' Donuts, we hear.
I talked to Cheryl a little bit today, and she said they've been very easy to work with, you know, as far as inspections.
Yeah.
You know, they got their stuff together, and it's easy people to work with.
Well, they put up a bunch of these quickly, the same company that puts up them and like Speedway places too.
Looks like it's going up quick.
So they put up a bunch of these stores, they're good at
And
it.
it's not their first program.
No. My report, we did the budget hearings and everything, we've been busy with that this whole town board, thank you for all your time and everything, it's not easy, thank you, Norman, for everything, who has really been helping a lot with that. As we said before, the seniors, there were some problems with the old thing, so we had a couple meetings with the seniors. There is a brand new no, it's not bylaws, it's guidelines, it's gonna be out, it's already all set, met with the advisory board, once the seniors okay it, then we will. But the advisory board, which is the executive committee, it's just called advisory board now, is all for it, and they were happy with it. Like I said, we've been doing that with the budget, with that and everything, been trying to get everything ready for next year. just working on incident, keeping the police running, and little problems here and there. But we're doing good. We're trying to think about what new programs we can do next year for festivals for the town. We're coming up with ideas and everything about that. We still want to have like a farm festival day that maybe have the tractors shut the center of town down, and have a lot of farmers with the tractors and combines and all the antique tractors even. Go and have a parade of them. If the fire department wants to be in the middle of that, they can also, but since they don't do it anymore, you gotta have some kind of a thing and then have something down to the carnival grounds. And so we're gonna be working on that and other festivals that can make them better. Actually, we just started this year. We're hopefully do things. We're gonna get more electricity out back in the parks and then for different things for the Screen Fest or Haunted Highway, and then maybe for next winter, if we get electricity at our little Christmas villages where you can go and walk out there or outside be in wagon rides out there. And they said we're working at it. Yes.
We'll get there.
We're getting there. And the history community is getting there too. I mean, we're working on different things. It's, you know, it's all gonna take time, but everybody's working on it. Trying to make things better. Is there any discussion?
Update on the sewer?
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you, Tom. We did have,
I do have one thing from the conservation board. Once again, this year we did buy trees for the town, for the park, and I believe they've been all been planted. Yep. So, it's okay.
That's great.
thank you.
Take notice of that.
Did we decide what kind, Clark, to go with? I know there was a
I haven't got the list with me.
Okay, that's fine. I was just wondering what tree they picked.
I don't know,
We might have
Maple. I remember seeing the invoice.
we might have it down there, because the bill just came for the trees. I don't know, because you bought the trees a while ago.
All I remember was autumn flame maple.
Yeah.
It's the only one that's stuck in my head.
No, it's a tree, if you ever seen them.
Let's hope,
I know there was one sugar maple.
right, they stay healthy for a while. We gotta replace those ash trees.
And the sewer meeting, now that I got reminded about it, thank you. We did have a meeting here last week, and with the construction, with our engineers, the construction people, everything's going forward. I signed all the paperwork to let them start dating or whatever, you know. They have been ordering parts. The pumps are coming a little bit slow. The pipe is not such a big deal to get, which I thought it would be. Both contractors, the one doing the main line up 260 and the lakefront people are hoping to start, weather depending, in early January. So we're hoping by early January or coming up here, they're gonna start digging and start putting stuff in the ground. That is the best that we know right now. Like I said, we just had the meeting last week, Thursday. Or Tuesday, I'm sorry, last week, election day. Last week Tuesday, so it is all moving forward, we're doing good.
The material will be available for them to keep.
Some of it, yes. Like I said, the pumps are, but they'll probably be able to get some of the pumps in. We not all of them, so we can start putting them in. We're talking about putting the pumps in this winter, trying to, instead of the line, actually on the lake, because you dig deeper for that with the lake level so low.
Oh, right.
It's better to dig deeper down and get those pumps in.
That's right, yeah.
Any other discussion?
Zoning workshop, is it this, are we meeting this Thursday?
Yes, we are. That's, I was looking at Thanksgiving, I don't know. It's the third one. Yes, the zoning workshop will be the 17th at 7 p.m.
And how about, Board of Assessment review, do you know how many applications, did we get any more?
Nothing. That was the two that originally came before the second half was put out.
We're gonna run another add-in for that. Or we did.
We did.
Yeah,
We waited for
second-
2 weeks. We did put an ad in there again too, because I hear that
For the second resident, yeah.
Yeah.
Second ad. But we haven't had any additional.
I did have somebody reach out to me that was interested, and they wanted me to do it, and then they text that they had changed their mind. So we only have the 2 from the original time. Hopefully we get some more candidates, so you guys have more people to.
The deadline
the
is.
deadline is already gone by, yes.
Can we rerun it again? I mean, there's really no hurry. I have till May.
I'd like to run it again. You've got 2 positions you're filling, it'd be nice to have.
Right.
More than 2 people already, yeah.
You can try it again, if this board wants to. That's fine, it's our vote, we can go run it again.
When does snowbirds come back? Maybe there's some people who aren't here who don't see the ad who would like to apply.
You're talking April,
Yeah, we got more.
at the earliest, the early ones are April, the later ones are May.
It's better to get it in now.
Yeah.
Before they leave.
I think a lot are already.
Is there any training?
Yes, there's only 4 hours. They go on the 10 monthly for 4 hours of training. That's in April.
Yeah, all right, so it's gotta be before April.
So as this board wants to run it, yeah, we can.
I can make a resolution that would have
They leave because they might be home at Christmas.
an annual for
Board of Assessment.
assessment review.
A second.
Philip,
Yes.
Mail, local, Geiger, Oz.
Yes.
Can I suggest not to put a deadline?
Well, you gotta have a deadline.
Yeah, we got it like February.
But should you do it the first 2 weeks in December?
Right.
Because of people traveling at Thanksgiving and maybe not seeing it?
Right.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, mid-December, I would say.
All right, we can decide that, we've got the resolution to do it, right.
Okay.
And
We can decide when would be the best time to put it in.
any of you guys could reach out to people that you know. I mean, anybody with any kind of knowledge in Hamlin, any realtors that you might know, any additional farmers, anybody like that would be great, on the board. So, I've been trying to reach out to people that come in my office too. It's not a big commitment at all. It's. So have him call me if they have questions, I can tell him what it entails.
But we're working that, Patty Jo, we'll pick a date, seeming the best. It's probably not right here around Thanksgiving, or after the Thanksgiving season, we can put it in.
I do believe the state came up with last year that they don't even have to live in the town. So I mean, if you had somebody that was on a bordering town, who's familiar with the farming, the waterfront, the market in general, the sales market in this area, I mean, touching town, we could even consider somebody, like that.
So like maybe Kendall, we reach out to
Yes.
somebody like in Kendall or Pine.
Yep, sure,
Clark.
yep, sure. So, I mean,
Then that waterfront bill,
right, I mean, anybody,
right, isn't that touching?
no,
Is
but
this
still,
something
she's
Kelly
close, her
put in
sales
the newsletter
are close to
for
mine.
December?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Because I don't think the other ones made it in the newsletter, so.
Yeah, absolutely, she can put a newsletter. Get the word out there.
Yeah.
So the 2 that you have, what are you gonna do with them? Are you gonna interview them or are you gonna wait?
Well, we can wait, because the one isn't back from knee surgery yet, so I can't even interview the one. If I'm not interviewing just one woman and not the other, so I still have got to hold on because it was knee surgery. So we can hold off a little while longer. No other discussion?
Barring no further business, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.